people who grew up poor but came into money later in life. What is some advice you would give to people who are currently struggling with money? Maximize your income. Minimize your spending. Make saving a habit. Don't spend money on shit you don't need. I didn't exactly come into money, but am a lot better off than my parents were when I was a kid. Separate your money. I keep my money for bills and groceries in one account and fun money in another. If I run out of fun money, too bad, so said I wait till payday to go out. It stops me from ever overspending. Look at the lives your friends live. If you don't want that life, make different friends. Find a way to invest whatever you can monthly. Do this instead of buying stupid shit. The 5 latte thing people always talk about is bullshit. You can buy one if you want, but don't buy it every day. What I did is anytime I wanted to buy a Starbucks drink, I invest 5 into Starbucks. You can buy partial shares now. Find a way for your investments to pay for all your fun and unnecessary shit. Don't know where I read it, but somewhere along the line I read the following. What do poor people buy first? Luxury goods. What do rich people buy first? Assets. The point being, when you have little, you need to husband your resources the most. You may look hot at the disco in that 100 shirt, but the same 100 could buy you several shares of a dividend-paying stock that could pay you 100 over and over again over several decades. Get a roomie. Sharing living costs is one of the best ways to save money when you have little. I grew up poor, worked shit jobs most of my life, but the 6 years I lived in a co-op sharing food, utility, and rent costs was how I started to accumulate wealth. Plan to live under your income. You don't need a brand new cell phone every time a new model releases. You don't need a fancy car. You don't need a phone, tablet, and laptop. Non-brand name groceries are just as good as brand name most times, but quite cheaper. Snacks are nice, but the cost adds up. Cable TV is outdated and overpriced. Most streaming options are too pricey. Watch free TV like Pluto or Roku TV. Stop spending money drinking on weekends. The cost of those drinks adds up fast. Something I'm not seeing that I think is worth mentioning is learning to spend money. Yes, spend money. When you're poor, it's really hard to enjoy your money. I felt really guilty spending $30 on a meal when I could afford it because it wasn't what I should be doing when I didn't have money. When I planned vacations, I was driving and sleeping in my car because that's what my former life could afford. It took a shift in mindset to allow myself to enjoy spending my money without feeling guilty. Spending less or making small savings here and there will not stop you from struggling with money. You need to be making progress towards changing your situation to one you can afford, either by earning more money or significantly changing your lifestyle. Make a list. Put everything on it. Take your bank statement and go through every single transaction in the last 3 months. Don't forget to add all the big one-time payments in January somehow though. Group them into categories. Some items fit into multiple. All income streams staying alive: rent, food, power, internet, phone, etc. Everything: car, gas, insurance, repairs, tires, etc. Insurance is debt payoffs, loans, mortgage, credit card, splurge, food, eat out, Starbucks, delivery shopping, strictly necessary stuff shopping, everything else monthly recurring payments: Netflix, Amazon, Spotify, gym, etc. Everything else. Figure out where your money is going wrongly. Educated guess. Staying alive and car are the biggest. Staying alive and car aren't the problem. Splurge, food, shopping, monthly recurring is what kills you if everything else is a significant amount. 5-10 Make sure you sort better. Figure out how to no longer be killed. Car payments will keep you poor. Buy a dependable Jap can and repair as needed. You do not need a new car. I'm not going to bullshit you with skip the 6 Starbucks coffee. If you're in this thread, you're not spending 6 on coffee. Do not get into credit card debt. Nothing else you do matters if you have 5 digits of credit card debt at 19. You must avoid credit card debt like the fucking plague. Do not put it on the credit card and worry about it later. When later comes, you're going to be fucked in ways you won't be able to fix. Take a 10 or 20 bill from each paycheck and put it in a drawer. That money doesn't exist. You don't have it. But when the check engine light comes on, you will have it. Buy in bulk. If you eat a lot of rice, spend the money to buy the 10-pound bag rather than buying a 2-pound bag every week. You literally spend less money to get the same amount. Be familiar with the grocery options in your area and know which one has the best deals on which types of food. It's worth the extra time to go to 3 different stores if you can save 20 on your grocery bill. Preventive maintenance is worth it. Brush your teeth. Get your oil changed. Sometimes these things will cost you a little money, but they will save you from having to spend a lot of money later, and in some cases, it will save you from living in excruciating pain. Don't try to keep up with the same lifestyle as one of your more well-off friends. Act alive within your means. Lol. Don't raise your lifestyle every time you get a raise. If you can, have a small amount automatically deposited in a savings account every check, then increase that as of your raise. Never limit your career to what your diploma says. The most successful people recognize that they don't have career limits. Learn to sell. Make paying your retirement fund your first priority. Compound interest is the best friend you will ever have right now. You're not going to save your way to being well off. It's necessary, but not sufficient. Identify a figure well outside your current comfort zone, say $350K, and work backwards on how to get there. Do research, have multiple plans, invest in your own skills, build your resume. Impressive things for your resume are not always the hardest things you did. Learn to identify these things rather than just working harder. After you have some income, the final step is to own things that grow your money, as selling your time for money can only take you so far. Live within your means, max out your 401k and go to a financial planner. You don't have to be rich to do this. They will start you on an investment plan that fits your financial situation. Having money later in life is a direct result of early planning. I've had this argument with a few friends when we were younger adults 10 years ago. But if you are struggling with saving up for something and your go-to solution is to just work an extra shift, that job is not going to sustain your lifestyle as you get older or want to start a family. They had no problem working 60 hours a week to be able to go travel and shit. But now that they are at the age where 60 hours is harder on their bodies, they've fallen into routine with 40 hours at basic level job. Go party at the same dude's apartment each weekend and keep talking about the travel fair definitely going to do this year. You don't need to give up everything fun. But a little less travel spending and less hours worked can give you time needed to find a career that is something you'll be able to enjoy, or at the very least one that will be able to pay for your fun times without having to break your back with overtime as you get older. Also, this is just anecdotal advice, and I'm just a Redditor. Live how you want.